Well, hello there, welcome back to another Octopath Traveler video. Well, last time, we just finished exploring, Sunshade. Got to meet up with, Mai, wait, was it Mai, or was it Rhea? I think it was Rhea, right? Anyway, we can go to our journey and see, at the Sunshade, the Bouncer, and yeah, Rhea. But we met up with a few people, and we ventured off into southern Sunshade Sands. We went to the South Clearbrook Traverse and the West Clearbrook Traverse, all the way to here, where we are in this town called Clearbrook, meeting with Alfyn and starting his journey. So here we go. Zeph, Nina, you better hold on for me. There ain't no way I'm letting that venom beat you. You hear me, Vic? You hear me, Viper? I'm coming for you. Your name is Alfyn. His name is Alfyn, and he is an apothecary. His whole life has been spent in the pastoral village of Clearbrook, where he looks after residents as a young apothecary. He is not alone in his efforts, though, as if his best friend since boyhood works alongside him. But when Zeph's little sister is bitten by a deadly viper, it falls to Alfyn to fashion an antidote before the poison takes her. And so he ventures out to the Cave of Rio, where he must battle with the dread beast. He will need caring allies on the path he has chosen. Take Alfyn along? Let's do it.
Betcha. Just sit tight. Bam! That should do her. Drink it down slowly now.
Hurry! Thank you, my boy.
Don't mention it. Just doing my job. This'll stop the coughing for now, but your lungs have seen better days. Try to give the pipe a rest, sir. Here?
Oh, Alfyn, thank you ever so much. How blessed we are to have an apothecary like you in our little village. It's not much, but please.
Nah, it's on the house. Why don't y'all hold on to that and buy something tasty for you and your grandpa? I'll be back to check in on him, okay?
In this age, the art of medicine and healing are still in their infancy. With disease and illness rampant, the people rely on salve and tinctures fashioned by apothecaries. Yeah, obviously this game isn't set in like the year 2000 or anything. It's, you know, supposed to be kind of set in like the age where people still use swords and stuff.
Did you see me, Ma? I whipped up an antitussive elixir like you wouldn't believe. Can't believe it's been a year already. Am I any closer to being the man I want to be? The man he was.
Alf, I've been looking all over for you.
Hey, Zeph. Done for the day?
Yes, only 2 patients today. Having you around sure eases the burden. If only I could convince you to quit giving out discounts.
Oh, come on. The poor gal has enough trouble looking after old Alec. I can't very well take what little she has.
Good guy, Alfyn.
I'm just teasing. You know that's what I like about you. If the villagers are healthy and happy, that's more than good enough for me.
Good guy, Zelf.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We may be new to this, but between the 2 of us, this village is in good hands.
Sure is. Plagues, epidemics, bring your worst.
Or not. Please don't bring the worst. Especially in these times, IRL. We can use an apothecary too.
I'm counting on you, Alf. We all are. Who'd have thought that little troublemaker would turn out to be a top-notch apothecary, huh?
We can't all be born with a silver pestle in hand, Master Zeph.
Your mother would be proud.
Maybe.
Anyway, I should be getting back to Nina.
Yeah, beat it. Head on home, big brother.
Hey, Alfyn. We've been friends ever since we were small, right? I know you better than anyone, so be honest. You're keeping something from me, aren't you? I'm right, aren't I? Alf, the truth is...
Master Zeph! Master Zeph, you must come quickly. It's your sister.
These look like bite marks. Alfyn, could you take a look as well?
You got it, buddy. She's fallen into a deep trance. This is worse than we thought.
Indeed. Nina's the only family I have. If I lost her, I'd...
Wish she could tell us what happened.
It's safe to assume she was bitten by something poisonous. But what? Without knowing the nature of the poison.
Yeah, the wrong medicine could make things worse, and quick.
Damn it all! What foul beast did this to my Nina?
Let me ask around. Maybe someone saw something.
Path action. Alfyn can acquire and learn all sorts of information from people. So inquire around town for more information on Nina. Yes, so Zeph, Alfyn's friend here, has a sister who is bitten by something. By the way, Iron Axe. We're gonna take that and equip it real quickly. Nice. There we go. Anyways, yeah. That's bad. We don't know what's going on. Wow, sniff, brother. I can't afford to lose Nina. She's the only family I have left. But anyways, yes. Alfyn's little skill when he comes up to people, when you press Y, we can inquire. And when we inquire, we get a little bit of text. We see that Lily, age 12, friends with Nina since childhood, the two have grown up like sisters. Though rather more strong-willed Nina often takes the lead on their secret adventures into the dangerous wild outside the village. Information gleaned, Nina's secret. So yeah, when you inquire with people by using Y and inquiring them with them, you get information. You sometimes get nothing, but more often than not, you get stuff. So information gleaned, Nina's secret. Nice turn with you. Come on now, Lily. The bite marks on Nina's leg. You sure you don't know where they came from? I want to help your friend, but I'm an apothecary, not a miracle worker. If I don't know what bit her, there ain't nothing I can do.
Oh?
You want to help her too, right? So just tell me, please? Nina wanted to pick water balloons for her brother. I wasn't so sure about it, but I went with her to that cave. And then this giant snake came out of the bushes and... What kind of snake? Was it black? No.
I can't believe it.
Don't tell me. Was it amber with blotches on his back?
Yes.
Yes. How did you know?
Holy.
The flame take me. A blotted viper.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know we're not supposed to go there. But Nina wanted it to be a surprise, so she told me to keep it a secret, and...
I see.
Thanks, Lily. You've told me all I needed. You were a brave girl to bring Nina back here. Don't you worry anymore about that scary snake here. So we know it was a blotted viper. Good God, a blotted viper. A nasty critter if there ever was one. This ain't good. Time is of the essence. The poison has spread through her veins as we speak. We must prepare an antidote with all haste.
That's why.
I need to get my hands on the original venom. There's supposed to be a nest of vipers at the cave of Rio, yes?
Give me a break.
Yeah, along with plenty of other nasties. Reckless ain't the half of it.
Well,
I know, but what choice do I have? I'll leave at once. Look after Nina for me. What was that? What, did you guys see that on like the right top? It was.
Hold on now.
Hold on, Zaf. Yeah, there's I guess atmospheric animations that happen, but that was weird. I'll look after her, or you look after her. I'll go. Yeah, that little hexagon is like having a seizure in the back there. What the heck? You see that? Alfyn, are you mad? I'm responsible for Nina. I won't let you risk your life for this. Don't worry about me. Now, go back to your sister's side.
just a minute.
I swear, have you taken leave of your... Zaf, where are you? Nina. I'm here, Nina. Will you hold my hand? See, Zaf, she needs you. Thanks, Alf. Come back safe, you hear? And so I have a date with this Viper, you see. We just met, and still you want to come and help me out? Shucks, friend, I owe you one. We're good. There's good folks in the village down to the last, and Zaf's always stuck by my side, so damned if I don't stick by his. So let's go. We're heading to the cave of Rio, just east of the village. We better hurry for Nina's sake. Alfyn joined the party. Iron axe. We did get a hand axe from somebody else. But yeah, we have Alfyn here who uses axe, only axe, and of course we're covering a lot of moves now. However, of course he is only level 1, so it's best if we give him our best equipment here. And I think the fur robe, or the iron vest, actually the iron vest, we're going to remove that from Embark and give it to Alfyn here. We'll give Embark the, I guess the traditional dancer garb. We're also going to give the empowering earring, or the protective earring, and the empowering earring to Alfyn, because again, he's our weakest character, so I want to equip him to the best stuff. We'll buy helmet from town here. We can see that they sell a few things, but we can buy a headgear for Alfyn. Only one equipped it to Alfyn. There we go. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. I could talk to people right now, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make haste to the cave. We'll explore everything later. Path of Rio. And yeah, it's just a normal path. Every time there's a dungeon, there's always a little path before it. So just keep that in mind. It's always like that. There's always gonna be a little path before a dungeon. You see that, we can go back here and there's nothing. Sometimes there's like things like that, or there's like areas, but you can't go to them.
Here we go.
Anyways, we see that we have these frog enemies back. With Alfyn, he uses an axe attack. You see that frog is actually weak to axe, which is cool. Oh, I did not. I misclicked that a little bit. But yes, we actually have 4 members on our team now. And actually, Alfyn has ability that we didn't really have yet. We have Concord. So by using seeds, so we've been picking up like random like little items here. We can make medical components of small volume, of large volume, or of a potent medical component of small volume. And we've also been gaining all these Nox root, sleepweed, alderweed, essence of grape, essence of plum, essence of pomegranate, and curious bloom. So with these, we can actually make in-game, or like on the fly, like potions. So let's, you know, obviously with soothing is a mild medical component. So a mild medical component of small and large volume. If I use it with grape, then I can make some kind of grape healing thing, and then I can use that on my allies to heal. And obviously soothing dust, which is larger volume, which means it will do more healing. Nox root, sleepweed, and alderwort have different effects. Obviously plum and pomegranate, plum heals SP, pomegranate heals BP, and curious has an unknown effect. I actually haven't really played around with Concord, but what I like to do is Concord essence of pomegranate, which gives BP. Being able to have an item that gives BP is super strong, so that's why I like that. His apothecary skills are first aid, so I can heal HP to a single ally. And so now instead of needing to use healing grapes, we can go ahead and use Alfyn as our healer. So he's our first healer that we've got introduced. And we have Icicle. So similar to Tressa, how she can use a strong wind move. Tressa, or now we have access to ice moves. So yeah, I basically just ran down the characters there. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and sweep these guys. Yep, Primrose she's pretty strong now, which is good because yeah, I just saw Primrose wasn't that useful in the beginning, but as you see, she has pretty good elemental attack. So her Night Odes and Moonlight Waltz do a lot of damage, more than Tressa's. Again, Tressa's kind of middle of the road. She doesn't really do high physical damage, but she doesn't really do high elemental damage.
Night Ode, bring your shade.
Yeah, Tressa's really support, but Primrose actually does pretty decent elemental attacks. So we're able to just go around here and use a bunch of AoE moves. With Alfyn, I believe that these guys are gonna be weak. Yeah, weak against ice moves right there. You saw. See, dagger this guy down. Let's see if this guy's weak against ice moves. It is. Okay, there we go. So we've discovered all the weaknesses there, which we cover all of them. Super nice. These fights are gonna get a lot easier now. Again, since I have 4 characters, I have basically 4 moves in which I can kill my enemies. I also gained a lot of XP from that cat, and so now I'm pretty decently over leveled for my for where I'm at the game. So yeah, I'm looking good. These fights should be pretty easy. And yeah,
The battle is truly joined.
we can see that
I will cut you down.
with Alfyn here, we can probably break shields from these wasps.
Here goes nothing.
Looks like they are weak to axe.
I'm ready.
Now here's something that I haven't really mentioned before because it hasn't really come up. But as you saw, these wasps are weak against sword and axe. But there's an order in which the weaknesses go from. It goes a sword, pole arm. I believe it's sword, pole arm, dagger, axe, bow, staff, and then it goes fire, ice, thunder, wind, and then I think light and dark. And the reason why it's important to know the order of weaknesses is because I can see that these wasps are gonna have no elemental weaknesses. Because if it had more elemental weaknesses, the question mark would be all the way to the right. However, the question mark is between sword and axe, which means that the weakness cannot be anything past axe, and it has to be before sword, or it has to be before axe. And it has to be after sword. So the weaknesses could be pole arm, it could be arrow. So we know that it can't be arrow, it could be dagger. And we see that isn't dagger. So could it be pole arm? And we can see, there we go, the last weakness was pole arm. And that's kind of like the strategy in a lot of these fights is to it's just a strategy in which you can scatter out weaknesses better. So obviously, ultimately, I knew that that wasp's last weakness wasn't going to be actually I messed up. It was between axe and sword, so it had to be pole arm or dagger. It couldn't have been bow. So yeah, if you know the order of the moves, the order of the weapons will always apply to the shield being broken. And so using that knowledge, I am able to basically be more efficient at breaking shield points. And of course, if you play the game long enough, it's something that comes naturally, and it's super useful to understand. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But here we actually have a new enemy. We surprised our foe, which is nice. We have to go first here. It looks like that wasp is weak to sword. Generally speaking, enemies of the same, like warrior wasp and river wasp, generally they have similar weaknesses. So we can see that the wasp is also weak to sword, pole arms. So yeah, they carry similar weaknesses. We use Night over there, does good damage. Looks like, yeah, literally exact same weaknesses. So I don't want to waste Olberic's SP, so I'll rather waste Primrose's SP. I do see her SP move, hit SP gauge. She can carry a lot of SP. Right, as you see there, she carries 89, which is a lot more than Tressa, a lot more than Olberic. But as you see, the Olberic has the most HP at 1,148. So yeah, Cave of Rio. Going in the cave here, we can go to the left. We see that there's a chest here. Ruinous Seed. Again, Ruinous Seed is going to be a seed that does more damage. I might concord here at this battle, we'll see. Of course, the path with the lights is the path that you need to go. So it's good to go the path without lights if you want to get chests. We surprised our foe again. Nice.
I am ready.
We're going ahead and scout weaknesses. Night Ode. We got 2 snakes here. Yeah, it looks like the snakes are weak against dark. Let's see if wind is good. Wind is not good.
Alright.
We can go ahead and axe. We're gonna axe the bats. Looks like not weak against axe. I'm just gonna pull arm. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna use level slasher. Looks like the snakes are weak against sword. Interesting.
How about you?
We can go ahead and use pull arm. Break the shield that bat, kill it. Grab this bat as well. Break the shield, kill it.
Bring it on.
Let's see if these guys are weak against axe. They are weak against axe, and that means that again, using the same strategy as last time, we can see that the last weakness is either pull arm or dagger. But knowing snakes is probably dagger. Nope, snake is actually weak against pull arms. Interesting. There we go. We're able to beat that battle without taking any damage. Pretty good, because we were able to surprise our foe. Get some money out of this chest. Following the lights brings you to where you need to go. Obviously, there's no fun in that, right? We go back here. We can see this chest. A little bit of a secret little here. Going behind the rock. There's also a path here that takes us to a chest. We see that this is a different bat and a different snake. Blood viper instead of a red viper, and a shadow bat.
Nighthawk, bring your shade.
Being a shadow bat means that it's probably weak against light, but we don't have a light move. So I'm just gonna scout out weaknesses. Looks like not weak against wind either. It's even weak against sword. Is weak against sword, nice. We can try with Alfyn. We can try to use an icicle. See if the bat is weak against ice move. It is weak against ice move. There we go. Very good. We can see the snake is weak to dagger. Not weak to dagger. You see this bat's weak against pole arm. Probably should have boosted that, my bad. We're just gonna do damage here. Did not kill the bat or the snake. Interesting. See that they're both weak. Let's see if the snake is weak to axe moves. It is weak against axe. We have left this bat here that's gonna use blackout. As you see there, it did an AoE dark damage move. So yeah, interesting there. It's an AoE move. See, this thing is not weak against all that. There we go, killed it. Yeah, so also the enemies can use elemental AoE moves too. So sometimes they can get a little bit difficult. Soothing dust from that chest. Go past this bridge here. We see that there's another chest down there that we can get. Continuing the path here. I don't know how to get to that chest. I'm trying to look for a way to get to it.
You won't feel a thing.
Another group of enemies.
I'm ready.
We can try to use Night Ode to break the shields of 2 snakes in the back. I'm gonna use a sword. And then spear.
Bring it on.
Alfyn use an axe. Yeah, it's basically just the same battle as last time. Level slash, gonna do big damage. And at this point, just chipping out the bat. We are good. Alfyn actually has a lot of JP. We can go ahead and go through his moves. Alfyn has Rehabilitate. So we saw first aid, which heals. We haven't needed to use that yet, but it heals for a lot. It heals way more than a healing grave. Keep that in mind. Rehabilitate costs 10 SP, so it costs a lot. Cure a single ally of all status ailments and render them immune to further ailments for 2 turns. So yes, if you get inflicted with like sleep, poison or something, we can use Rehabilitate to remove that status ailment. Amputation, unleash an axe attack on a single foe. So similar to Oberic, he can do a lot of good physical damage. And this is axe. In poison, which poisons a single foe for 2 turns. This is pretty good against boss fights because it does chip damage. Generally speaking, it does like 1% of the boss's health, and so if you use Poison, you can kind of calculate your opponent's health. But again, it only affects 2 turns, so you're able to do damage to them. Vivify, 16 SP, revive a single incapacitated ally. So if someone dies, you can use Vivify instead of using a Olive of Life. Last Stand, attacks all foes with an axe, dealing damage inversely proportionate to your current HP. I actually don't know exactly what that means, but I think the less HP you have, the more damage Last Stand does. And it's an AoE axe move, which costs 16 SP, which is a lot. I really like Rehabilitate, being able to cure yourself with status elements. And I'm also probably going to go with Poison. Just be able to poison my enemies. It looks like I gained a inspiration. With each successful standard attack, gain SP to 1% of damage you dealt. So, if I do a move, if I do a standard attack that does 100 damage, I get back 1 SP. It's nice. It's a way to regenerate SP once I've lost it, which is cool. Because here, the Inspiring Plum right there. Going down, we see that there's the Traveling Peddler, which means boss fight soon. Invigorating Nut, again, just permanently raises a stat.
Let us fight with honor.
It looks like here there's actually a new enemy. It's a Motley Slug. They are not weak to dagger. Looks like they are not weak to sword either. Let's see if they are weak to wind. They are not weak against wind. We can use an axe move. Looks like they're not weak to axe. See, I gained 1 SP there. It does it heals 1 SP, but it rounds up. So even 10% of 30 would be like 0.3, but it rounds up. So I gained 1. And again, it only works for standard attacks. It looks like the multi-slug is only weak to wind, or only weak to ice, which is a bit difficult to play around. We're just gonna Moonlight Wall it for a lot of damage. Kills it. Yeah, Moonlight Wall does a lot of damage. And go ahead and just do a bunch of damage on the Viper here. Trade winds on this dude. There we go, finish the battle. Pretty easy.
You got more than you bargained for.
Alfyn growing a level there, which is good, because he is very low level compared to everybody else on my party. We can go here, we see there's a chest, getting a bronze vest. Bronze vest, let's see what that gives. 19 and 24. Not better, not better, not better in my opinion, and definitely not better yet. So again, we've already outgrown that item. But here's the Traveling Peddler. Here's the Saving Book and a chest. And a chest we got Purifying Dust. And here we can see, looks like a bunch of flowers that Nina probably wanted to pick as a secret. But anyways, I'm actually going to end this video here. Yes, I don't like having what you call it, cliffhanger. But unfortunately, I think this video is getting too long. So next time, we're going to see if we can fight the Blush Viper. And maybe get the Venom to save Nina from her distress. So thank you for watching and see you guys next time.